to travel abroad and study abroad. And the way we do that is we sell art, lots of art. And to tell you all about it, another board member and a person who's one of Ed's best friends, Professor Nick Potter. Potter, not Potter.
Anything else we can call around for you? You good?
Hi everyone. As you know, I hate speaking publicly, but here we are with all of you here to support this great cause, the Lund Foundation, and there's so many things I want to say. I have a lot of notes, it's jumbled, I'll try to stay on track, but I feel like this is such a great connection of the art community of Fresno with students at Fresno State that is really about the future. A lot of the students that have studied in London have become high school teachers, college teachers. They're all going to be bringing up the next generation of young artists that are going to make sure that we keep having some culture in our lives, right? So important. And what this Lund Foundation does is create opportunities for students to travel to London and see great art in person. And a lot of things you probably, if you were here last year, the same stuff, right? When you're in the National Gallery and you're pointing out a Da Vinci painting or a Caravaggio, and the students have maybe done a master copy of that, or just read about it, or seen slides of it, they don't know what it looks like. We don't know what it looks like. We're looking at reproductions of things, and then they're in front of it, and you know, all of our minds are blown, right? Every time I see that same Da Vinci, I just still can't believe that it's done by someone from planet Earth, right? And they get to see that in person, and so much other work, contemporary work, architecture, culture, food markets, the river, the history of in Britain, Roman stuff, Victorian stuff. You know, it's just relentless. So that's what this foundation is, you know, working on doing. And the auction today is, you know, you buying the art is going to fund the students to travel. In that first section over there, the first third of that cage, I like to call them, over there is the work from scholars from last year's trip to London. So they were excellent. We had introduced the idea that instead of just journaling, we would ask them to sketch when they were in London, and I thought that I would need to encourage them. Get your sketchbooks out, don't be shy, it's a museum, people are going to look, come on, just do a little sketch, because we know that when we're drawing things that we're looking at, we're going to really remember them much, much more than if we just glanced at them, right? The level of looking and seeing is so different, but they just wouldn't stop sketching. They were sketching everything. They were almost getting run over by buses as they sketched stuff. They were just relentlessly drawing in pubs, on the river, everywhere. They were just relentless, and the drawings were amazing and gave me some good ideas to go to be more productive. So they were amazing students, and their works all over there, really brilliant art design, art history, art education, a real mixture of great students. This year we're going to take 11 students to London, so that's the most so far, and they will be on a slightly different topic for the course. It's going to be looking at artistic exchange between Britain and other empires of Europe, particularly Spain, with a team. I'm teaching that with a colleague, Luis Pelez, who's from Madrid. So the students will get to see us fight over things that are in Britain that maybe should be in Spain, stuff like that. Also on this trip, the students will get to see things at the National Gallery and the Tate and Hampton Court. We're going to see collections on this trip coming that I've never seen before. Like when I was growing up in London, Hampton Court's chambers that used to be Henry VIII's accommodations. They weren't open to the public. Now you can go and see the art collections in there, Holbein paintings, Gentileschi paintings. So that'll be amazing. I've never seen that. So all of our minds will be getting blown together. They'll also get to see the collections of the British Museum before they get shipped back to where they got stolen from. That's important to do that now. They'll be immersed in culture, looking at things in person, and hopefully that'll be a life-changing experience, and they'll bring that back and share that in the community as well. The rest of the art here is from artists from Fresno who donated artwork. That's a lot of pieces. We have 80 plus pieces here today. So yeah, give a round of applause to all the artists who donated. Really incredible. It's been fun to rendezvous with a lot of the artists, see their homes and their art collections as I picked up work, and we have incredible work with lots of different styles and techniques. The art community is what this is all about, right? That connection. And so bid and get stuck into it, trying to outbid people, and watch. You'll get a notification if you watch the bidding, so you can see who's bidding at the last minute and try to gazump them, right? And my painting's over there, so go for it. So yeah, 11 students going this year. We had 8 the previous year, and we've had dozens before that. Could all the previous Lund scholars all stand up, please? Whether it was last year or the years before. What a great gang. One of the previous Lund scholars is here with a baby. She met her husband on the trip. So we're claiming that child. Yeah. So well done. A lot of the previous Lund scholars are teaching at high schools and at colleges now. It's incredible. They're doing really important work. So the community is really contributing to that growth. What else? Could all the artists who donated stand up, please? Could you give them a round of applause? That's a lot. There are a lot more. You haven't all stood up. There are a lot of artists who donated to this. Thanks so much. It's great to see how much you care about this, and we really appreciate it. All right, I've been rambling. I had a lot of stuff written down, but I don't want to say anything else. I think you need to hear Ben play. And look, great. I'm really glad he came and did that. Thanks, everyone. Enjoy the night. See you later.